Hi, my name's Aimee Higgins. I'm Director of Employers and Partnerships at the Careers and Enterprise Company. The Careers and Enterprise Company was established by government in 2015 to link schools and colleges to employers to enable employer engagement opportunities for young people. The primary way that we've done that is by working with local enterprise partnerships around the country to recruit people called enterprise coordinators. They look after clusters of up to 20 secondary schools and colleges in their area and work with the careers leader and leadership team at the school to review their current careers provision against the best practice laid out by the Gatsby Benchmarks. They then work with them to make a strong plan for the year ahead and bring in connections to employers and local activity providers as needed. We're delighted to say that over the last few years, this network has grown to reach over 50% of the secondary schools and colleges across the country. We've also been funding programmes of high quality careers activity. We funded 150 to date. That funding and those activities have been focused on the areas of the country most in need, what we call the cold spots. Those activities and the network has been benefiting young people already. So we're delighted that we have over 500,000 young people being supported by those activities, and schools and colleges are reporting a 50% increase in their employer engagement through working with our network. Since the government's careers strategy was published in December 2017, our role has been expanded in three key ways. One is to expand our network of coordination so that we can support all secondary schools and colleges across England by 2020, and this includes establishing 20 career hubs. Secondly, offering training and support to career leaders. And finally, working with schools and colleges to help with the implementation of the Gatsby Benchmarks, this best practice. The key way that you can build your external network is by connecting with your local enterprise coordinator. The enterprise coordinator will work with you to understand what you need in terms of provision for your young people over the coming year. So they will work with you to make a plan and then to introduce you to relevant employers and activity providers that are local to you. First thing that they will do is seek to match you with what we call an enterprise advisor. An enterprise advisor is a senior business volunteer who brings their business experience and insight directly to your school or college and to input into your plan. They will also consider how their own business or their contacts can help support the delivery of that plan. Another key thing that we're doing is building a directory of careers activity providers, which you will be able to search online to understand what provision is available to you locally. And finally, if your school or college is in an opportunity area or career hub, we are building communities of cornerstone employers in those areas to support the schools and colleges. And these are essentially businesses who have experience in engaging with education and are committed to galvanising the local business community to offer the opportunities that your students need. To work effectively with your enterprise advisor, I'd recommend you introduce them to your head teacher and senior leadership team. And if you have one, with the link governor for careers, so that the enterprise advisor gets to understand the current school strategy. Secondly, you should then complete the Compass tool with your coordinator and advisor to understand how your current careers provision compares to best practice as outlined by the Gatsby Benchmarks. Please share the results of that with your enterprise advisor so that they can support you in formulating a strong plan for the year ahead. The next thing is really to ensure that you embed them in the school. So if there are opportunities to invite them to assemblies or particular lessons that may be of relevance, they will then get a further feel for your school and the students. And then please ensure that you work with them to agree the communication channels so that they understand how they can reach you best and when they can expect responses. And similarly, you can understand their working patterns. And agree meeting times in advance so that everyone has plenty of notice and you can work together effectively. To build effective relationships with employers and other external partners, I'd really recommend that you seek to put together a database of contacts so that you can understand who has expressed an interest, what they are willing to do, and then you can align them with opportunities as they arise. You might also want to think about sending out a periodic communication to them just to keep that relationship warm. I'd also recommend that you be really clear with the external partners as to who the best person is to reach at the school and how you can communicate with them and when. Oftentimes, externally, outside of education, people may be sat in front of laptops all day, sending you emails and expecting an instant response. So just remind them that there are lots of things going on at the school and when would be reasonable for them to expect a response from you. I think the other key thing is ensuring that you're both clear on what your respective objectives are in working together and try to identify opportunities where it's a win-win. So for a business, that could be that they want to bust myths about their industry, they might want to engage their staff or develop certain skills of their staff, and indeed, of course, make an impact on young people. And anything that you can do to share stories back with those partners about the impact that their engagement has had on your students or on your school or college will really help to maintain their enthusiasm and their willingness to offer future opportunities. To grow your external network, I'd really recommend you connect with your local enterprise coordinator. They will be well connected in the local community and will be able to connect you with, for example, business bodies such as the Chambers of Commerce, members of the Federation of Small Businesses, etc. So they'll be able to reach a large number of businesses and other partners that may be useful for your school, college and young people. I'd also say connect with your governing body, particularly if you have that linked governor for careers, but they will have networks with business community and local bodies who may be able to support you in the delivery of your plan. I'd also say that your student body, as they progress into the world of work, can be a fantastic resource in terms of getting speakers back into the school who will really resonate with your student population. And there are programs such as Future First out there which help you to build up that alumni database and processes if you haven't already got that in hand. And then also think about the parents of your students, many of whom will be in work and will have their own connections. So be really clear as to what the ask is of business and external partners and connect through all of those points to try and reach as many people as possible.